Last year at MSI internationally, during a lot of bans. The Swain gonna come through from Broken Blade in the top lane. There was rumblings about the Swain at the beginning of the year. We've seen a number of changes to the champion over the lane opponent, and credit to Caps. He's done a good job of keeping a very small CS lead, which is going to be equalized once Humanoid catches this wave, but it looks like he's trying to...
Mickey! Right under turret! One more shot denied. A Zenith blade taken. Mickey still rooted up, and a shield of Durand as LeBron looks to pop that sunlight, but he's going to give the kill over to Skewmon. Mickey,
mental work. It's definitely a positive for Mickey. But you're right, because right now what is happening is Skewmon got that first kill, as you highlighted. The first blood went over to Mickey. It opened up the Dragon for G2 to be able to secure for themselves, and now the Grub's being responded to by Fnatic.
Yeah, in general though, Mickey's been fantastic for Fnatic, and I think he's definitely looked brilliant after the breakup, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Feels like he's gone to the gym, he's a bit of a new man, but I love seeing how he... Can you get him?
Maybe Caps doesn't know. He does indeed. He just ulties, and there you go. Easy execute for Humanoid. Another kill over to Fnatic as we get out our ulti. Okay, it's now to Sovereign Reign for Oscarinin as he sits in and he's all out. Might do a little bit of damage, but there's a Pantheon in the mix to make it unfair. Flash for the Comet Spear, and Skewmon.
He was not winning that, and he was the one that chose to start that one off, so definitely struggled, but bot lane.
And the 2v2 again. I mean,
oh my
this is
God.
where Fnatic thrive, though. It's not just Mickey with Razork Dagda, it's Mickey and Upset. Now making G2's Upset bot.
So instead, they don't take the risk. Back out onto the map we go.
Well, Caps is going to pop the Between Worlds, so now the ulti's out, the Solus there comes in handy, but Caps just autos down. Rebuttal won't do a damn thing. LeBron secures
in the river. They haven't actually spotted that the Dragon has been started just yet. The bot push in makes it easier for that one to be kicked off.
Skewmon's here as well, and Zenith Blade compared to the Steadfast Presence cooldown is massive. Stunned up, and Skewmon has now found an easy target, but ignited mid-ulti. As it goes to LeBron yet again. Razork's here, he pops his ulti, that's because Oscarinen's here to help out as well. Skewmon looks for the turn, meanwhile, onto Upset, but he won't find it. A shutdown over to the Corki, while Oscar says the G2 bot lane needs to go away, and I can see an eclipse, but no way!
And when Oscar arrives from the flank, it becomes too difficult. Now the flash into Broken Blade.
For the Demonic Ascension, and with a keep in place, Humanoid can't rebut everything. Once again, the Never Move keeps him down. And
no minion wave though. Caps able to clear that wave out before the dive can come through.
Oscar got him though, against a wall. Caps now presents himself. Great shove, ulti as well.
They'd already started to shift up towards this top side, so they always had the numbers advantage there. It will be in trade for Dragon, but potentially first tower. I'm not sure exactly how much is left in that bot lane tower, but nice response by Fnatic.
I mean, it's just kills across the board right now. G2 finding an effective pick on the bot side of the map. As Fnatic find one on top, we're still 5-5 in kills, gentlemen. It's not been the most action-packed game, but every single blow that one side throws out, the other is quick to respond. Both supports at 2 kills. So
Fanatics.
Yeah, and this is kind of where the... Oh, hang on.
He's doing something. Steadfast Presence. He's going to have the ulti here. Zenith Blade is denied, but Mickey shoves away. This guy's such a rat.
Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to achieve.
Drop. Caps can't get away. He wants to go to the edge now. He's on the left side, but on the wrong side is what I'll say. Fnatic are bringing up support, teleport in, but is there enough damage? You have your answer. Oscar and everything happening here. I mean, Razork just moves in. He's going to be taking the resources as well. Mickey zones off LeBron from the top as well. Turret gone, and Fnatic, 4 members make this nice line
into the enemy jungle for plays.
And look at the timing, the coordination, but it looks like G2 is looking to answer.
Great solo snare from Humanoid brings it off as a quick rebuttal, reminds Han Summer who's boss. Against the wall, Mickey does the same and says, see you later, you can't replace me. A double over to Upset as well as Broken Blade is jumped on in. His Demonic Flare has done some work as now the top laners also get involved on the other end. It's Oscarinin in the all-out, bumping and weaving and dodging. Another solar flare on the right and another execute from Humanoid to say good night. Skewmon will run, but not far enough. And Fnatic are breaking the mold.
Fnatic find the team fight they need to shut G2 back. Now with Rift Turtle in tow, going the wrong direction, but finds the right way. They will be able to get mid-turn off the back as well.
A convincing ace from Fnatic.
Right now sitting in a side lane, hoping to equalize this goal a bit, but Atakan is now up. Teleport's going to have to be burned as Fnatic start this off.
Yeah, they want to try and get both of them here. Upset going to finish off the Dragon, waits for the Ezreal ultimate to come through.
Well done.
Nicely done. And now Atakan to boot as well. Caps' reset. I don't know if G2 realized that this has gone down as quickly as they thought.
I mean, they're not in a position to contest. Here comes Skewmon, the TP coming through.
It interrupts again. Mickey's been clean on the poppies. He's just wasting time away from the Atacon. He drew Skewmon in, who has the star fall in as Humanoid. It's probably going to be the target. You look at the Solar Flare, you look at the steal, and now there's a choice. Caps runs in, and G2 have no more fear. I thought it was doomed. I thought Skewmon had absolutely nothing, but he took absolutely everything.
Now G2 have reclaimed all of that control that they've lost. Immediately they move into the enemy jungle. Mickey's been found.
And supports keep doing this. They keep finding each other, but Mickey ults away Labrov while now running for his own life, but he'll die. Mickey was looking to disengage, and they won't let him from G2. Upset moving up to the wave as well. That turret is non-existent. Summer just takes it with his bare hands.
Maybe BB was right in sort of vision that they can. You still got a couple of pink wards in that around, though. So you have to be a little careful, Fnatic, because you're not as sneaky as you think you are right now.
Mickey looking for an angle. Labrov again. Mickey's quite fast. These supports have been the start and even the finisher, and Labrov even shows a great shield flash. Mickey's down immediately as Skewmon, he ulties in. He's looking for a new target. Now it's onto Oscar, but against the wall, against an old turret, he stands. Oscar ulties in AoE though. Broken Blade is demonically ascending. Kept in place is Oscar with no tank stats to speak of. Humanoid's going to try at least a poke out. Every single rebuttal you're waiting for, presses it, nicely done, but it's not going to stop the Solar Flare. He kites away, Humanoid still zoning through a Solar Snare, that's great as well, but Upset goes over and gets a pick.
Great vision control from G2 in the area.
Caps' angle is huge, looking for that ultimate to set the pit alight. Mickey zones out the back. Fnatic are going to look to take this one with no contest. Skewmon stole the last one. Can he do it again? On the back of the pit, Skewmon can't set his spear alight. Now it's a fight and fight and fight. With a 1-for-1, the pit is done, and we look around red for the crown to begun. Labrov against the wall, Mickey shoves, and Fnatic have straight. But he can't even set up a Vision Empire. That won't clear the cannon minion doing Baron's work.
But this is the thing, you just get to poke with Humanoid, play it safe, start to stack up some of these procs on towards G2. Tower will fall, and there's little that G2 can do their way.
But do they feel confident to get close? Oscar, test the waters.
Caps still with that ulti. No flash available, but he thinks about doing it as Summer gets poked on out. Caps again between worlds as he pokes Upset. Great chunk, but now he's against the wall, and he's about to die. He sets up the between worlds before going through, and now Broken Blade is disengaged. You look at Fnatic, they've taken Labrov over the wall, and they've got an individual member right in front of them. An easy execute for Humanoid, and the disengage from Fnatic was very well named.
I love how Razork is playing, though, constantly playing for this angle, which is why G2 are in an uncomfortable position, but there's the engage.
Solar Flare's there. Caps looked for a flank. He's now caught out. Had to flash immediately. Caps with no summoner is big as Fnatic are in front of the Dragon. They started off.
But it's really difficult for G2 to try and get any sort of window here. Fnatic too far forward, though. Caps can get in here.
But he doesn't want Oscar in. You can see he does not want that Cassante. G2 see him right in the deer and headlights, but Humanoid might be a real target. Never move is good. G2 on the wrong side of the map. The Solar Snare gets Broken Blade. Oscar happy to take it up. He's got double mountain after all now, but the flash on in. The engage from Razork. We talked about it. He sets it up. He locks it in against the wall. Mickey's done some CC as well. It's a fight on multiple fronts. G2 have won bot. Mid is winning Fnatic as Oscar has turned into the all-out. Those Natofos hurt like holy hell. Fnatic have won top. G2 have won
team fight execution. That one wasn't that significant really on either side. Dragon was of course secured for Fnatic. Labrov and Caps.
Caught out. Solar Flare locks him down. He tried to make the pinch, but instead he's getting cut himself. Razork ultis in as Caps goes between worlds. Razork slowed down. Caps. Look at the jungler. He jumps back in, but Caps has done the burst. Oscar in it. Is in his ulti self. Looks for the flip. Flashed away his G2 now spacing, but they have 5. Labrov's health bar the only indicator.
An upset is still there, but the TP's coming through. Here comes the Baron.
You still got a lot of members of Fnatic, though, and that's a lot of damage that can be done. TP coming through. Caps trying to play off towards the side. Doesn't have the ultimate available.
But the cooldown is jumping down ever so slightly. Caps have been spotted out. The flank is there. Oscar in runs into the enemy's smite. The Solar Snare is great. Caps burning from the side, though, and Fnatic are taking too much damage. A Solar Flare this time.
Walks into Labrov, though.
Walks into a Solar Flare. He's unstoppable for now, but how much more stuns are there to go? G2 is a 5-man stack with the Demonic censured up. Broken Blade happily walks in. He flares once, looking for now another as he slowly stacks up. Labrov gets a good engage. Fnatic are running away, but G2 are winning this play. Humanoid, he decides decides to eclipse the sun, but it was too bright for Fnatic. They're getting blasted, reamed.
Possible for G2 to chip away at his HP bar, and the front line was no more for Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, the Riley's Crystal Scepter from Broken Blade, the slows from Caps, he was never
It's still Caps. You can't afford to underestimate him. If he's got items, he's going to look to make plays. He's dishing out some serious
Baron
damage.
and Fnatic have to pick a side.
TPing in for Broken Blade, they want to try and force this.
Is
You
Caps
need
in
to-
trouble, actually? All out used. Ulti going to be used. He goes back in. He takes it a second time. He's golden, but Oscar has a flip of the wrist as Caps is running for his life. I mean, Oscar chasing, upset as well. Valkyrie smash in the face. Caps is dead. And we just highlighted this guy, but that's a big mistake.
I don't know if it is, though, because yes, you get the pick, but they've stopped upset. They wanted the
Maybe
kill!
not. The spear triumphs yet again. Skewmon sent away. His comet, no. The eye, no. A rocket after that as Skewmon is trying to tank it out. He is still a beefy boy, but Oscar is slowly chasing. G2 are giving back up. Solar Flare in a choke. Maybe it's turning for G2, even with a flip back. A demonic ascension again. This one comes from Satan himself. No rebuttal for you. Instead, I have a counterpoint, and that's G2 winning game one.
That's what I was going to say. You end up with Fnatic over-committing towards that bottom side of the map with upset. So, yes,
Should now open up the base. They're going to break this tower down. Fnatic don't have the members to defend. Caps TP's back in, and they'll be happy with an inhibitor.
And we're starting to see G2 run into these fights, guys.
He's going to catch the midway. They feel like that they have control over the river. They're going to... Lebrov.
He face checks on a blast cone. He is waiting, willing. Solar Snare not connecting.
I mean, Caps
Razor
isn't there.
Wants it, as you said. Caps is going to come in slow, so they're going to take a 4v5. Fnatic might have this fight. Broken Blade goes into the ulti, but he's dead before he can do anything about it. Lebrov gets denied by Mickey. As you can see, Hans Summer is firing away. Razork has to get on him, get in the way, but this Ezreal is unleashed. And you might say, yes, hysteric, but Fnatic are winning fight. But watch Hans Summer. Ian again. Auto attack. Q. Mystic shot. Hans, it's your mama. Fnatic are running down. Upset's got no health left. Caps might miss, but not for long. Ezreal, I think, is a little bit strong right now, as Humanoid is the only remnant left alive. And G2, as they chase, the damage is imminent. The flush away from Humanoid is evident, and Caps is going to get in his face. A rebuttal, a mystic shot again. Hans Summer will take him out for the ace.
in a 4 versus 5.
The fact that they weren't able to lock him down was crucial to this.
Free to do as he pleases in that fight. And now G2, they please the Baron. But Fnatic aren't too.
A cheeky Hex Splash, Solar Flare onto Mickey as well. He's going to be never moved, and Broken Blade gets free access now as well. Mickey's dead in an instant. That Poppy ain't tanky at all.
I think
and
it's
a
a
Hex
game.
Blade to follow Oscar in, and you're right. A Shield of Daybreak spells night for Oscar. A double kill already as Hans Summer is lining him up to spike him down. Skewmon will not get off Upset's head, and Hans either takes this or Skewmon will. In the end, Broken Blade gets a cheeky cheek in there. The G2 have now killed 3 with big death timers. This is where it feels like the book will close.
Chaotic fights back and forth. Over 50 kills. This is G2 versus Fnatic, and it is G2 looking to take round 1.
G2, it was hard fought, but they find the picks, they find the team fights, and there's just nothing that Fnatic can do to stop them.
The play was fun, it was scrappy, but G2 take game 1 in this best of 3. One step closer to the BO5s and to yet another final.
Crazy back and forth. It felt like Fnatic had it after the first ace, but then we just saw fight swing after swing, objective after objective. But in the final moments, it was G2 that clutched up. It was Hans Summer that clutched it up. And G2 were able to find a big win.
G2 are running off the stage. Must feel really good after that first game.
Silver again, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, because a lot of the Maokai wants to run at you, Warwick wants to run at you, you've got nice beat up for the rest of them, plus a decent front line for the AoE. Matched as Broken Blade will find his lane opponent back in there.
Looks like Razork is going to get the double crab. Mickey threatening an engage with the Hans, spacing him quite well. Here comes Razork once more.
Well, Mickey's already dead before the play starts off, though. Flashes the Boomerang Blade. Lebrov now going to find Razork yet again. He can't sidestep that one. Great shove against the wall. Kill over to Upset. In the end, LeBron actually got first blood against Mickey, but it's Upset who succeeds with his own kill.
Best case scenario.
Attack speed. Now the Humanoid's here. Second one too. G2 are walking down, but they're walking down late, and Fnatic now have Humanoid with an ultimate available. Lebrov's up against the wall, an easy charm and an easy kill. A good punish from Fnatic.
G2 never should have contested. You can see where Azir is on the map. Caps was never going to make it. It was always going to be the 3v4.
HP.
Yeah.
AQs once, he's down to half HP. Caps ulties in once, and Humanoid flashes away, and that's the other core of it, is, as you said, the Lulu great against this mid, but Caps is dead. In the meanwhile, Razork gets an impale and drags Lebrov back on this Lulu. He's not having a fun time with the Scorpion King in his face. Deceptive here as Fnatic start the Dragon bot the meanwhile.
I actually thought that was the ultimate for Broken Blade.
Yes, show us top. Show us top. More. Where's the duress? There it is. Okay, lethal tempo. Another bite. Oscar and running.
Oh, hang on.
TP is good. Han Summer with his spell shield, though, won't stop the Magnet Storm. In the end, the traps are now down, and Humanoid runs in. This is an easy kill. It looks like Upset will get it as well. Has the flash as the barrier for Han Summer keeps him alive. Fnatic, now as they move into River, are slowly getting poked out. Saplings, Lebrov, Caps, it's all in. Humanoid has enough of it, and now he's all in. Perfect crash down as well. Mickey sets it up, and Fnatic, as they spike it down, have to deal with Broken Blade. He gets the double. Infinite Duress flies over, and he's got a scuttle. He's just autoing down, and Razork is going to lose this. The Jaws, even with the wall pushes. He knows what Scorpion smells like. So Razork running away. Dragon given to G2.
A heavy commitment to getting the kill onto Lebrov. I think costs Fnatic
A little bit more of a push on the top side.
A slow tree running at you is a little less intimidating than it should.
Trying to zone out while four members of Fnatic now look to ride the Herald, and instead of going here, I was going to say, Mickey's going to the next one, but he does just charge in immediate danger while Broken Blade's waddling away at the turret. But remember, there's no grubs for the Warwick. Fnatic have all sixes. Now another charge for the Herald. Mickey gets it off and will get out as well. Nature's Grass gets thrown down. G2, the follow-up. They open up mid as well, or at least they're about to. Under turret, Mickey has been found out by Skumon, so maybe this was not the best call as Han Summer gets a kill. Mickey a little bit deep again.
Yeah, Mickey's had some rough ones in this. It's some of the plays he's had are great. Last two have been a bit int, and a few others to boot, but still Fnatic at least will get another tower for themselves, and Best are going to TP to top to match Caps, so Caps can't get the answer on the other end.
To collapse with the rest of his team. He still has the TP available, but he is reaching that late game point incredibly quickly.
Oh, as under turret, Broken Blade is just trying to find his mark, but he's going to get ganked by 3 members of Fnatic running for his life, but I think he knows he's not getting out. He's charged and he's dead. A shutdown given over to Oscar for the coin and gets the ulti out just to escape. Caps holds onto his. Humanoid now doesn't have that available if this turns into a full-blown fight.
I mean, it's very likely to. Lebrov is around. Civid pushes in the mid-wave.
Flash away from the Impale. That's Lebrov getting out of dodge. Now the poke for Lebrov. It's not going to do much against Scorpion as that TP behind enemy lines is Humanoid, but again, without ult. He comes in with a fresh item as top lane turret's going to die, but in the corner of our screen, we see this fight brewing instead. A good charge into the wall as Oscar Rennie gets turned into a polymorph. A shutdown already built up by Caps, and G2 have won this fight. Now they're sending Fnatic out of this same fight. Oscar has to charge. He's fleed. Broken Blade comes in and bites him down, and Fnatic, again, not having Humanoid in hurts, but G2 quick to the pounce, have just destroyed this game wide open. Infinite Dress over the wall as well. And Mickey,
he's playing with his food.
Going to kill him eventually. An ace for G2.
I mean, Caps' flank was monstrous in that fight, and G2 are quickly running away with this game. The scaling is coming online faster than Fnatic can handle it, but Upset just gets eviscerated right from the get-go.
I'm really glad that Season 25 brought some new changes where I don't have to talk about Baron throws. I get to talk about...
Try and pick these angles, but a couple of mistakes, and now around Arakan, G2 are running away with the game. You can see that little mountain there is Fnatic showing us signs of life and what could have possibly been a game.
And Fnatic... Ooh.
Caps in. Humanoid dead. Didn't even get the ult or flash.
I mean, Caps is
Some
still
things change.
Yeah, yeah, Caps, he's still the same.
Impale's going to be used. Broken Blade's ulti just got interrupted. He flashes away. And that Arakan buff is now gone.
Caps!
But yeah, Caps is just autoing Oscar Rennie.
6K gold lead now.
Good rocket to stop it. Razork actually might find something here
Surely
as well.
this time.
Surely this is the moment, right? Caps dies here, right, guys?
They want to give the kill to Upset.
They really do want to give some gold back to their carry. Do not let Caps auto him down. I mean, I feel like Caps is 2,000 gold
Mickey's
ahead.
sending it into Hans.
He has to, but he's done this before. Mickey X, or with a couple of Ds at the end. Humanoid now goes in. Spirit Rush opens up an opportunity. Oscarin is getting battered by Broken Blade a bit. Humanoid turns his pace in for the dread. Flash Charm and a public execution. Nice from Fnatic. They get the Wolf down, but Mickey's getting chased out. Where is he? Well, G2 are in a numbers mismatch. Caps is teleported in. A suppression and impale. A rocket Skumon is still available. Lebrov's running out, trying to help out his jungler while zoned out with a glitter lance. He cleanses away, uses the bell so he doesn't get charmed. Caps won't join in. Fnatic.
I guess the good news is that they alleviate some of the pressure. They've been able to clear out a lot of the vision that was sitting in their half.
But this area is so dangerous for Fnatic because of Skumon's ultimate. He's constantly playing at an angle where he can play across the team.
Public execution for On the Hunt. That's the trade. Great spell chip from Hans Sama. The charm onto Caps. The Sun Turret dropping down as Upset takes a bit of damage from it. He gets himself a bit of excitement too. The traps are early. The charm will walk Skumon into it. Zap is there. Playing front to back with the Nature's Grasp is great. And Hans Sama firing away. Caps ends their day. You thought this would go to 3. Put it away. G2. Just when you doubt them, they come back in and show you who's the king of the league.
Caps and Hans just do too much damage. Fnatic falls in front of their base, and G2, they're looking to get a 2-0.
A 2-0 that at the start of this game looked like we would go a little bit longer than that, but Caps is king, Caps is key, and G2, we got baited at the start of this split, but not in playoffs as Diving the Fountain brings you to this 2-0 where G2 remain in charge.
G2 in playoffs. Every time you think they're down, they bounce back. And Fnatic, this has got to sting. It felt like everything was leading to this moment of you take down G2, you get the crowd cheering for you, but once more they stand in your way.
You can, of course, vote.
The victorious Caps against Fnatic. Caps, I want to ask you, what happened with Fnatic today? Because we're expecting a more balanced matchup. It doesn't feel like they showed up the way we expected them to.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that they were on like a huge win streak, so it was definitely fun to go up against them. And I'm super happy we pulled out the win. The first game was looking a little scary there at the beginning, but definitely a huge performance from especially Skumon on the Pantheon. I think he really took over the game. So
tell me about this game 1, though, because it could have gone either way. I'm just wondering how Dylan reacted to that and what kind of pep talks did he give you guys between game 1 and game 2?
I think he gave me some warnings that they're probably going to gank mid a lot, and that just be mindful and make sure we like are tracking them well, because then it will be a way better game. And the games 2, I think they chose to gank bot a lot.
Yeah.
But luckily, I think Hans survived a lot of the ganks, and then we scaled quite good into the game.
I have some questions about mid lane. First, Mel. I feel like a lot of people were expecting the champion to be overtuned and really OP. It does feel like it's the case in solo queue. Why don't we see the champion so much in pro play? And why isn't it working so much when we see it? Because it's the second time you win against Mel.
I mean, I do think Mel is actually like pretty strong, but it's a bit situational, and a lot of it depends on like what you can bounce and stuff like this. And it's been fun to like experiment with it in scrims, and I'm hoping I get to pick it as well.
Yeah.
But sadly, they picked it before us both times, so we'll see what happens next week.
Talking about experimenting, we all expected that Fearless Draft was going to change a lot of things, bring a lot of new picks, especially when I think about you, Caps. When are these picks coming? When are you going to start cooking?
I mean, now we're game 5, like a best of 5, right?
Yeah.
And I think especially the later the series, the crazier it probably gets. So far, we've only had game 2, and it's also a bit like, it's not that different, right? The game 1 is the same, and game 2 is like a little bit different, but it's still very much the same. I'm hoping we get some game 5s, because that would be, be quite crazy.
Starting next week, actually, and wondering who your opponent is going to be. The winner of the next match, KC versus MKOI. Who's going to take it and why?
I mean, I would be surprised if Koi wins. I think K-Corp is definitely looking stronger. But you never know, right? Maybe maybe Koi is going to show up with the Fearless. We'll see.
We'll see about this in just a few minutes. Caps, thank you so much. Congrats
Thank you.
again on winning against Fnatic today. And that's all for us here on this side of the stage. So let's toss to a quick break. And afterwards, we'll hear from Ginny with Bibi and Mickey.